the warmth of the sun on your skin, the quiet comfort of a familiar voice. These are whispers from the universe, reminders that you are seen, you are loved. Angel says, let go of what no longer serves you. Not all things are meant to be carried forever. Some people, some experiences, some fears were only meant to be part of your journey for a time. Release them with gratitude and make space for what is to come. Do not measure your worth by what you have achieved. The stars do not shine brighter because they are admired. They shine because that is what they are meant to do. You, too, do not need permission to simply be. Your existence is enough. Angel says, rest. The world moves fast, and you feel as though you must always keep up. But even the ocean has moments of stillness. Even the earth pauses between seasons. You are not failing by taking a moment to breathe. When you feel alone, remember, you are part of something greater. Every tree, every river, every heartbeat is connected. You are never separate. You are never forgotten. You are always held. Angel says, love with your whole heart. Do not let past pain make you afraid to feel. Love is not weakness. It is the greatest strength. It is the force that moves the heavens, the thread that weaves all things together. You are not running out of time. Your life is not a race, nor is it measured by the expectations of others. There is no deadline for your growth, no expiration on your dreams. My dear child, I see the way you walk through the world, carrying the weight of your thoughts, your dreams, your fears, and your hopes. I know there are times when the world feels heavy, and when your heart feels uncertain, unsure of the path ahead. But I am here to remind you, in the stillness of your soul, that you are never alone. You carry the divine essence within you, and with every step, you are supported by love, guidance, and strength that is far beyond your understanding. There will be moments when you may question your purpose, when the direction seems unclear and the way ahead uncertain. These moments of doubt are natural, but remember that even in the darkness, you are never lost. You are simply in a phase of becoming, a phase of growth. Like the roots of a tree that grow deeper beneath the earth, the wisdom you seek is being cultivated in the quiet moments of your life, unseen by your eyes, but felt by your spirit. My dear child, you are part of the great tapestry of life, intricately woven into the fabric of the universe. Every thought you think, every word you speak, and every action you take creates ripples that extend far beyond what you can see. You may not always realize the impact you have on others, but know that your presence in this world is meaningful, important, and unique. You are a vital part of the grand design, and your life is a reflection of the love that created you. Do not diminish yourself by comparing your journey to that of others. Your path is uniquely yours, and there is no one else who can walk it in the way that you do. The world may try to convince you that there is a right way or a perfect way to live, but I tell you this, the only perfect way is the one that aligns with your true self. You are enough, just as you are, and you are constantly evolving into the person you are meant to be. My dear child, I know there are times when you feel overwhelmed by the responsibilities of life, when it seems like there is too much to do and not enough time to do it. In these moments, it is important to take a step back and breathe. Life does not require you to do everything at once. The universe does not demand that you carry every burden or solve every problem. You are not meant to do it all alone, and you are not expected to have all the answers. When you find yourself overwhelmed, remember that it is okay to ask for help. It is okay to lean on others when you need support. The love and care that you give to others is also available to you. Allow yourself to receive, knowing that this does not make you weak, but rather reminds you of the interconnectedness of all beings. You are not alone in this journey. You are held in the loving arms of the divine. Inside of you is a wellspring of power, a light that cannot be dimmed, no matter how dark the world may seem. You are capable of overcoming all things, not by force or might, but by the strength of your spirit. There will be moments when you stumble, when you fall, But remember that it is not in falling that you lose your way. It is in getting back up, in choosing to rise again, that you become the person you are destined to be. Every time you rise, you grow. Every time you face a challenge, you become more than you were before. Know this: you are on a journey of transformation, and every step, even the difficult ones, is leading you to your true self. Do not rush your journey. Life is not a race to be won, but a path to be walked with patience and grace. In the stillness of your heart, you will find the answers you seek. You do not need to search outside yourself for the truth. The truth lies within you, in the quiet moments when you listen to your soul, when you trust in your intuition, and when you embrace the wisdom that flows from within. My dear child, I ask that you embrace all parts of yourself, the light and the shadow, the joy and the sorrow, the strengths and the weaknesses. For it is through the acceptance of who you are, in your entirety, that you will come to know true peace. You are not here to be perfect, but to be authentic. You are not here to fit into a mold, but to express the unique light that is yours and yours alone. Every part of you is sacred, and all that you have experienced has shaped you into the beautiful being you are today. Do not compare yourself to others. Each soul has its own path, its own lessons to learn, and its own gifts to offer. While it is important to be kind, compassionate, and helpful to others, you must never lose sight of your own needs and desires. You are worthy of love, respect, and care. It is okay to say no, to set boundaries, and to prioritize your own mental and emotional health. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. It is necessary. When you take care of your own well-being, you are better able to show up for others in a way that is healthy, balanced, and loving. My dear child, I know that life can sometimes feel like a whirlwind of responsibilities, decisions, and challenges. There may be days when you feel like you are caught in a storm, unable to see a way out. But in these moments, it is important to find moments of stillness, to take a deep breath, and to reconnect with your center. The storm may rage around you, but you do not have to be swept away by it. You are capable of creating calm within yourself, no matter the chaos around you. Find those moments of stillness, whether it is through meditation, walking in nature, or simply sitting in silence for a few minutes. Reconnect with your heart, and let the peace that resides within you remind you that no matter what is happening outside of you, you have the power to remain grounded and centered. My dear child, there will always be times of uncertainty and doubt in your life. It is a natural part of the human experience. But I encourage you to remember that uncertainty is not something to fear. It is a sign that you are in a period of growth, a time when you are expanding into new possibilities and new understandings. Trust that the uncertainty you feel is simply a moment in time, and that you will come through it stronger, more self-aware, and more aligned with your true self. When you feel uncertain, remember that you are not expected to have all the answers. Life is a series of unfolding moments, and it is okay to not know what comes next. Trust in the wisdom of your heart, and know that as you continue to walk your path, the way forward will become clear. You do not have to rush or force anything. Trust in the timing of your life, and trust that everything is unfolding as it should. My dear child, I understand that there are times when the world may seem harsh or unforgiving, when you feel as though you are being tested beyond what you can handle. But I want you to know that you are being shaped by these experiences, that every challenge, every trial, is preparing you for something greater. You are learning the lessons that will help you become the person you are destined to be. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, know that it is often in the process of falling apart that the pieces come together in a new and beautiful way. My dear child, when you face challenges, when life doesn't seem to be going the way you had planned, it's easy to get discouraged. But I want you to understand that challenges are not there to break you. They are there to shape you. They are opportunities for growth, learning, and becoming more aligned with your true self. Every challenge you face is an invitation to deepen your understanding of who you are and to become more resilient, more compassionate, and more wise. You may not see the lessons in the midst of the storm, but I promise you that there is wisdom to be found in every experience. Even in the hardest moments, when it feels like the world is against you, trust that you are being guided, supported, and prepared for something greater. The storm will pass, and when it does, you will emerge stronger and more capable than before. You have the strength to overcome anything that comes your way, and the love that surrounds you will help guide you through. My dear child, I know that there are times when you feel like you are not making progress, when it feels like you are standing still or going in circles. It's easy to become frustrated when you do not see immediate results from your efforts. But I want to remind you that growth is not always linear. Sometimes the most important work is happening beneath the surface, where you cannot see it. Just as a seed grows into a tree in silence before it bursts through the soil, so too are you growing and evolving in ways that are not always visible. Trust that even in times of stillness, even when you cannot see the progress you are making, you are still moving forward. You are still growing, still learning, and still becoming. The process may be slow, but that does not mean it is not valuable. Every step you take is an important part of your journey, and the divine timing of your life is always perfect. Trust that you are moving exactly as you need to be, even when it feels like things are not happening fast enough. My dear child, I understand that there are times when you feel exhausted, when it seems like you are giving more than you have to give. In these moments, it is important to remember that you cannot pour from an empty cup. You must take time to care for yourself, to nurture your own soul, and to refill your energy. Self-care is not selfish. It is necessary for your well-being. When you take time to rest, to recharge, and to reconnect with your own needs, you are better able to show up for others and for the world. Do not neglect yourself in the pursuit of helping others. You are deserving of love, care, and rest. Take time to listen to your body, to your mind, and to your soul. When you take care of yourself, you create the space to heal, to grow, and to give more freely to the world. Your strength is not just in your ability to endure, but in your ability to transform in the face of adversity. Know that even when the road is tough, you are walking toward your highest good. My dear child, sometimes the world can feel overwhelming. It might feel like there is too much to do, too many things on your mind, and too many people demanding your attention. It is easy to get lost in the chaos, to feel like you are being pulled in every direction, and to wonder when you will ever find peace. But I want to remind you that peace is not something you need to search for outside of yourself. It is always within you. Even in the busiest and most chaotic of moments, you can find stillness by reconnecting with the quiet wisdom of your heart. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to slow down. Life does not require you to be constantly moving or constantly achieving. The world may rush, but you are under no obligation to follow its pace. When you feel overwhelmed, step back and breathe. You do not need to be perfect, and you do not need to do everything at once. Take time for yourself to rest, recharge, and reflect. In those moments of stillness, you will find the clarity and peace you need to move forward with purpose. My dear child, I know there are times when you may feel uncertain about the path ahead. The future might seem unclear, and you may wonder if you are on the right track. It is easy to become discouraged when things do not seem to be progressing as you hoped. But I want you to remember that uncertainty is a natural part of the journey. It is not something to fear. It is simply a space where you are being called to trust yourself more deeply and to surrender to the process of becoming. You are not here to be anyone other than yourself. The world does not need another version of someone else. It needs you, your authenticity, your light, your love. You have everything within you to create the life that is meant for you, and the only person you need to please is yourself. Release the pressure to live up to others' expectations, and instead, focus on what makes you feel fulfilled, at peace, and aligned with your soul's purpose. My dear child, I understand that sometimes you may feel like you are not enough, that you are falling short of your own expectations or the expectations of others. But I want you to remember that you are already enough, just as you are. There is nothing you need to prove. Your worth is not determined by what you accomplish or how much you do. Your worth is inherent in your being, and you are worthy of love, success, and happiness simply because you exist. When you feel like you're not enough, take a deep breath and remind yourself that you are a divine being full of potential and strength. You have the capacity to do incredible things, but you do not need to prove your worth by accomplishing them. Simply being you is enough. Your presence in the world is a gift, and you do not need to do anything to earn your place here. You are loved, you are enough, and you always will be. My dear child, there may be times when you feel uncertain about the direction your life is taking, when you wonder if you are on the right path or if you are doing enough to get where you want to go. But I want you to remember that there is no one right way to live your life. Each path is unique, and each journey is different. There is no blueprint for how to live the perfect life. What matters is that you listen to your own heart, follow your intuition, and trust the process. The universe will lead you exactly where you need to go, even if it doesn't always feel that way in the moment. Even in your quietest moments, even in your deepest struggles, you are seen, you are known, you are loved beyond measure. Nothing can separate you from that love. Angel says, do not wait for the perfect moment to begin. The moment is now. The life you seek is not in some distant place. It is unfolding in this very breath, in this very heartbeat. Live now. Rise, my child. Rise in love, rise in light, rise in truth. You are never meant to stay in the shadows. You are made to shine. And no matter where the journey takes you, I walk beside you. Always. My dear child, I know that at times you feel overwhelmed by the weight of the world, as if the burdens you carry are too great to bear. You may question why things are the way they are, why you must endure such trials, and why the path ahead seems uncertain. But I want you to understand that every challenge, every moment of struggle, is not a punishment, but a part of your growth. Life, in its vastness, is designed to bring you to greater understanding, deeper compassion, and more profound wisdom. In these moments of difficulty, I ask that you do not lose faith. It is through the challenges that you discover the depths of your strength, the resilience that lies hidden within you. You are capable of overcoming any obstacle, for you are made of the same essence that breathes life into all things. Your spirit is eternal, and no matter how hard the road may seem, you have within you the power to persevere and emerge stronger than before. My dear child, there is no need to fear the unknown, for you are always guided by the divine forces that surround you. Every step you take is illuminated by a light that is far greater than the one you see with your eyes. When you feel uncertain or lost, Angel says, you are not failing. You are growing. Growth is not always graceful, but it is always necessary. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to begin. The right time is now. The perfect time will never come, because perfection does not exist. Just start. Angel says, forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. Release the weight of old wounds. You deserve freedom more than you deserve to carry resentment. Even when you feel unseen, you are watched over. Even when you feel unheard, you are deeply known. Even when you feel unloved, you are surrounded by love beyond measure. Angel says, rest is not laziness. You are allowed to pause. Even the strongest waves return to the shore before rising again. Your voice matters. Your presence matters. There is no one else in existence who can offer what you bring to the world. Do not silence yourself for fear of not being enough. Angel says, walk boldly, even if you do not know the destination. The road will reveal itself as you go. You have survived every hardship you once thought would break you. You have risen from every fall. You are more powerful than you know. Angel says, love is still waiting for you. Joy is still waiting for you. Do not close your heart out of fear. You are worthy, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Worth is not earned. It is inherent. It is yours. Angel says, keep going. Even when you are tired. Even when you are unsure. Even when the road is unclear. Keep going. Rise, my dear child. Rise in love, in faith, in truth. The world needs your light. And no matter where you go, I am with you. Always. My dear child, there is nothing in this world that can diminish the light within you. No hardship, no mistake, no loss can take away the essence of who you are. You are created with intention, with purpose, with love. Let yourself feel the warmth of the present moment. Fear will whisper that you are not enough. Do not listen. Fear is not your truth. Your truth is love, strength, and infinite potential. Keep believing. Keep moving forward. Keep shining. My dear child, I understand that there are moments when life feels overwhelming, when the challenges you face seem insurmountable. The weight of the world may feel too much to bear, and you may feel as though you're losing your grip. But I want you to know, in the deepest part of your heart, that you are far stronger than you realize. The strength within you is immense, even when you feel as though you are at your weakest. You have already overcome so much, and you will continue to rise above whatever is placed in front of you. The obstacles you face are not here to defeat you. They are here to teach you, to shape you, and to make you stronger. You are constantly evolving, constantly growing, even when you cannot see the transformation happening within you. Do not be discouraged when the road seems difficult. The most challenging times in your life are often the moments of greatest growth. You are being shaped by the experiences that are unfolding before you. They are helping you become the person you are meant to be. In those times when you feel lost or uncertain, when the future feels unclear, take a deep breath and remember that uncertainty is a part of life's journey. You are not meant to have everything figured out at once. It is in the uncertainty that you find your true strength, your true purpose. Even if you have convinced yourself that love is not meant for you, it is. You are worthy of a love that does not ask you to shrink, to change, to prove your worth. The right love will see you, cherish you, honor you. Keep your heart open. Do not settle for a life that does not set your soul on fire. You are not meant to merely exist. You are meant to live, to feel, to dream, to create. Do not let fear keep you in places that no longer serve you. Take the risk. Chase what sets your heart alight. You are not a burden. You are not too much. You are not unworthy of care, of attention, of being held in the warmth of love. You deserve to take up space. You deserve to be heard. You deserve to be seen exactly as you are. Let go of the idea that you must be perfect. Perfection is an illusion. You are already enough, already whole, already worthy. Your flaws do not make you less. They make you real. They make you beautiful. They make you human. Do not let the voices of doubt drown out the truth that lives inside you. You are capable. You are strong. You are more powerful than you have been led to believe. There is nothing you cannot overcome. Take care of yourself. Not just in the ways that are visible, but in the ways that go unseen. Rest when you need to. Nourish your soul with things that bring you joy. Protect your energy from those who do not respect it. You do not have to explain your healing to anyone. You do not owe anyone an apology for choosing yourself, for prioritizing your well-being, for walking away from what no longer serves you. You are allowed to put yourself first. Happiness is not something that exists in the distant future. It is something you can choose now. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for the stars to align. Joy is in the little things, in the everyday moments, in the simple pleasures of life. My dear child, I know that at times, life can feel like a daunting labyrinth, with endless paths and choices that seem to lead nowhere. The uncertainties of the future may create a heavy burden in your heart, and you may wonder whether the road you are walking is the right one. In these moments of confusion and doubt, I ask you to remember something important. It is okay not to have all the answers. The journey of life is not about finding the perfect path, but about walking with an open heart, trusting that each step, no matter how uncertain, is part of your growth. It is natural to fear the unknown, to worry about making the wrong decision or heading in the wrong direction. But fear is not something to avoid, it is something to embrace. It tells you that you are on the verge of something new, something transformative. Life is a series of lessons, and every challenge, every decision, is an opportunity to learn more about yourself. Even when you feel lost, know that you are always being guided. Trust that your intuition is leading you to where you need to be. You are never truly lost. Sometimes, you are simply being asked to pause, to breathe, and to trust the process. My dear child, in your heart, you already hold all the wisdom you need to navigate the world. You may not always hear it clearly, especially when the noise of the world drowns it out, but it is there, waiting for you to listen. You are constantly learning, constantly evolving, and every experience you face is helping you unfold into the person you are meant to become. Do not be afraid to make mistakes, for they are part of the process. It is through mistakes that we grow, that we learn, and that we ultimately find our true selves. Remember, the mistakes you make do not define you. Each day is an opportunity to step into the person you are becoming, to let go of the chains that may have once held you, and to create a new version of yourself. The beauty of life is that you are not limited by your past. You can redefine yourself with every new breath. Trust in your ability to release the past, to forgive yourself, and to move forward with a heart open to the limitless possibilities ahead. My dear child, there will be times when you question your worth, when you feel as though you are not enough, that you are not deserving of the life you dream of. But I want to remind you of this truth: you are enough, just as you are. Your worth is not determined by the things you have done or the things you have not done. You are worthy of love, success, peace, and all of the good things that life has to offer, simply because you are you. You are a beautiful, radiant being of light, created with purpose, love, and intention. There is nothing you need to do to prove your worth to anyone, not even yourself. You are valuable just by being, and there is no standard of perfection that you must live up to in order to be deserving of love and happiness. The divine created you exactly as you are for a reason, and that reason is good, sacred, and pure. Never forget that you are worthy, and that nothing you do can diminish the value of your soul. My dear child, I know that it is easy to look around and compare your journey to others, to feel as though everyone else has it all figured out while you are struggling to find your way. But I ask you to remember this: no one else's journey is the same as yours. You are walking a path that is uniquely yours, and it is not meant to look like anyone else's. The only measure of success is whether you are living in alignment with your heart, your soul, and your truth. It is important to understand that everyone is on their own journey, facing their own challenges and their own moments of growth. Just because someone else's path appears easier or more successful does not mean yours is any less valuable or meaningful. Focus on your own path, and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Do not allow the illusion of others' success to make you feel inadequate. You are already exactly where you need to be, and your journey is unfolding in its own perfect timing. My dear child, at times, you may feel overwhelmed by the expectations of others or by your own sense of responsibility. It is easy to feel as though you must carry the burdens of the world, that you must meet the needs and desires of everyone around you. But I want to remind you that you are only responsible for your own well-being. You are not here to carry the weight of others' dreams or expectations.